Blackboard, there are several ways to grade assignments. One way is right here in this Notifications tab in the Needs Attention module, which shows your grading load for all of your classes. Clicking the arrow to the left opens the assignment area, and clicking the arrow to the right of one of the assignments allows you to grade that assignment for everyone who has submitted the assignment. You're taken to the Needs Grading area, and you can click the arrow to the right of the first assignment and grade all users or grade with usernames hidden for certain kinds of assignments. Let's return to Notifications. You also have a Needs Attention module on the course homepage of each of your courses. Let's go to the landing page and enter a course. And in this Needs Attention module, you see the same thing, but these assignments are course specific because you're inside a course, but you grade work the same way by clicking the arrows to the left of each assignment area and then clicking the arrow to the right of one of the assignments and clicking Grade. You're taken to the Needs Grading area for that assignment, and you click the arrow to the right of the first assignment and you choose to grade all users or grade with user names hidden if that option is available. The easiest way to grade assignments, however, is to go to the Grade Center. You can go to the Full Grade Center by clicking this horizontal arrow or clicking Full Grade Center, or you can go to the Needs Grading queue. Let's start with the Full Grade Center. These exclamation points mean the student has submitted an assignment, but it hasn't yet been graded. The dashes mean the student has not submitted the assignment, or in the case of this final exam, it means that the assignment is not going to be submitted through Blackboard and you'll be entering a grade manually. To grade right here in the Full Grade Center, you choose an assignment. We'll start with the first one, Introduce Yourselves, which is a discussion forum. You click the arrow on the right side of the grade cell for the first assignment, and you click Grade User Activity. This is the student's post on the left-hand side of the screen. If the student had made more than one post, you would see them all listed here. You can read his post, and you can also reply to the post by clicking Reply or clicking Quote, which includes a copy of the student's post as well as your reply. When you're ready to grade the post, you click the box next to Grade and you enter a grade. You can give feedback to the student that only the student sees right here. And you can add notes that only you see right here. Remember that any information you put in Feedback to Learner or grading notes is saved by the Grade Center and can't be erased. When you're finished grading this assignment, you click Submit, and you use these arrows to move to the next student. You read this student's post, you reply or reply with a quote, you give the student a grade, any feedback that you want to give him, and you add notes here if you want to, and when you're finished you click Submit. And you do this for each student in the queue for this particular assignment. Click the arrow, read the student's post, reply and quote if you want, enter a grade, give feedback, add notes if you want, and click Submit. When I click these arrows and the next student has a grade, I know that I'm finished grading for this assignment, and I click OK, and I'm returned to the Full Grade Center. And if you look at the Introduce Yourselves discussion forum, you can see that a grade has been placed in each student's grade cell. You go to the next assignment, which is also a discussion forum, and you do the same thing by clicking the arrow to the right of the cell and clicking Grade User Activity. And you do this for each assignment that you want to grade in the full grade center. Notice that the grade cells in the column for Test 2 all have grades in them. That's because that test graded itself and didn't require you to do any grading. Test 1, however, has exclamation points in it. That means that Test 1 needs you to grade all or part of those tests. Let's click the arrow to the right of the first submission and grade this attempt. Let's scroll down. When a question has an icon like this next to it, that means Blackboard could not grade that question. This is an essay question that requires you to read the answer and assign the number of points you think is appropriate for the student's answer. Here's the answer. You assign the number of points appropriate in this box. You can give any feedback to the student regarding his response right here. This question is a short answer question, so it has the same icon next to it, indicating that you need to read the student's answer and assign the appropriate number of points. These two questions, number 3 and 4, Blackboard was able to grade because they're multiple choice and true-false questions, and Blackboard assigned 25 points to each of those questions because they're correct. When you're finished, you scroll down and you click Save and Next. This brings you to the next student's test, and you do the same thing. Scroll down and look for icons with the exclamation point. Read the student's answer, give the student any feedback about his answer, and input the number of points in this box. Do that for each question that has an icon with an exclamation point in it. Scroll down and you can see that questions 3 and 4, the multiple choice and true-false questions, were graded by Blackboard. The student answered question 3 incorrectly and Blackboard assigned 0 points, and the student answered question 4 correctly and Blackboard assigned the full 25 points. Scroll down and click Save and Next, which will take you to the next student's test. And you continue doing this until all of your tests are graded. And now you can see that the Test 1 and the Test 2 column both have grades in them. You can also grade student submissions by going to the Needs Grading area under Grade Center in the Control Panel. Needs Grading will display every assignment that has not yet been graded. And to start grading, you click the arrow to the right of one of the assignments. We'll start with the first one, which is a drop box. And you choose Grade All Users or Grade with Usernames Hidden if that option is available. On the left-hand side of the screen, the student's assignment displays. And if the student keyboarded the assignment into the Dropbox window, you won't be able to inline grade it. You read it, you assign the grade next to Attempt, and when you click in the box next to Attempt, Feedback to Learner displays, where you can give the student private feedback about his assignment. You can add notes that only you see if you choose, and when you're finished, you click Submit. Automatically, Blackboard takes you to the next submission, and this submission, there's nothing in this big white submission box. That's because the student either, number 1, submitted a drop box with nothing in it, which is possible in Blackboard, or number 2, keyboarded his assignment in the wrong area, which is what this student did. If you look under Comments, he keyboarded his assignment there. This is what a student sees when he clicks a drop box, and if you don't tell him to click Write Submission or Browse My Computer to attach a document, he is very likely to keyboard his entire assignment right here under Add Comments. And if he does that, as this student did, you'll see them right here, but you won't see them in the correct submission window. To give the student a grade, you click the box next to Attempt, Give him any feedback in the Feedback to Learner box. Add any notes that you want to add and click Submit. Blackboard automatically brings you to the next attempt. To give the student a grade, click in the box next to Attempt. Add any feedback and click Submit. When you're finished with the assignment, you're automatically routed back to Needs Grading, and the assignment disappears from the Needs Grading queue, and you go to the next assignment and you do the same thing. Click the arrow to the right and choose Grade All Users, or, if available, Grade with Usernames Hidden. This is also a Dropbox, and we do the same thing here. This particular Dropbox submission is an attachment, and you're therefore able to use these inline grading tools that you have right here to grade this. You click Comment, and your inline grading tools open and allow you to actually mark this paper for the student. And when you're finished marking the paper, you assign the paper a grade, give any feedback to the learner, and click Submit. When you're finished with your grading, your Needs Grading screen will be empty. It will have nothing on it, and you can return to the full grade center. And you can see that the grade cells for each assignment have a grade in them, and if you see a dashed line, that means the student didn't complete the assignment, or in the case of the final exam, that assignment will not be uploaded through Blackboard and you will assign grades manually. To give students zeros who didn't complete the assignment, you click inside the grade cell, you keyboard a 0, click outside the grade cell, click OK. You do this for each student to whom you want to assign a 0. For the final exam, we do exactly the same thing. We click inside the grade cell when we're ready to post grades, and we keyboard the grade. Click outside the cell and click OK. We do this for each student. When you enter grades directly into grade cells, as we did for these zeros and for this final exam, you don't see a grade sheet onto which you can enter feedback for the student about the assignment. If you want to give the student feedback for a grade that you enter directly into a grade cell, click the arrow to the right of the grade and click Quick Comment. Feedback to Learner and Grading Notes windows open, and you can give the student comments under Feedback to Learner that only the student sees, and you can enter notes for yourself that only you see. When you're finished, you click Submit. You can do this for any grade in the Grade Center, whether or not that grade was entered directly into the grade cell. For example, this Dropbox was graded through the Needs Grading function, but I can click the arrow next to one of the grades and click Quick Comment. I see the comment under Feedback to Learner that I gave the student when I graded this Dropbox assignment, and I can edit it or I can add to that comment. I can also edit or add to grading notes, and when I'm finished, I click Submit. This is how students see their grades and your comments. They enter your course and they click My Grades. And their grade sheet opens and they can see all of the assignments that you have graded in the grade column, and assignments for which you gave feedback display this feedback icon, and if the student clicks the icon, he can read your feedback. If he clicks the assignment link under Item, he can go directly to the assignment, as in the case of a paper that you inline graded. He clicks the link under Item, and the graded assignment opens. And to exit, he clicks OK. To alter grades or to allow students to resubmit an assignment that was configured to allow only one submission, in the Grade Center cell, click the arrow to the right of the grade and choose View Grade Details. The options that you see here and here depend on two things. Number one, what kind of assignment this is, and number two, whether or not the assignment has been graded. All of the options for different assignments, graded and ungraded, are similar. Exempting a grade removes the grade from the Grade Center but does not penalize the student, and it also does not give the student another attempt at that assignment. To exempt an assignment, click here, and the exempt icon appears next to the grade, and if you go to the full Grade Center, you can see that the grade has disappeared and has been replaced by the exempt icon. To learn what these various icons used in the Grade Center mean, click Icon Legend. Let's return to View Grade Details. Exempting a grade is reversible. If you click Remove Exemption, the action is reversed, and if you go to the full Grade Center, you can see that the grade has been restored and the exempt icon has disappeared. To exempt a grade, you can exempt it right here by clicking the arrow next to the grade and clicking Exempt Grade rather than going to View Grade Details. You can also reverse the exemption here in this menu. Let's return to View Grade Details. View Attempts allows you to go to the grade sheet for this assignment and alter the grade, the feedback, and the notes. To alter the grade, click the box next to Attempt, and you can now change the grade, change or add to feedback, and change or add to notes. If you make changes, you'll click Submit. If the student has made more than one submission, you can scroll through those submissions here. We're going to exit without making any changes. On a graded assignment, Grade Attempt does exactly the same thing as a View Attempts. It allows you to go to the grade sheet and alter the grade, the feedback, or the notes, and also to scroll through multiple attempts if the student has submitted multiple times. Let's exit. Clear Attempt permanently deletes both the grade and the submission from the Grade Center and gives the student an additional attempt at the assignment. This action cannot be reversed. Once you clear an attempt, both the assignment and the grade are permanently deleted. Ignore Attempt deletes the grade but not the submission from the Grade Center and also gives the student an additional attempt at the assignment. This action can be reversed. Let's click Ignore Attempt. You can see that the grade has been replaced by a dash, and if we go to the full Grade Center, that grade has been removed from the Grade Center and the student can now resubmit the assignment. Let's return to View Grade Details. This action is reversible by clicking Do Not Ignore Attempt. And you can see that the 90 returns up here, and if we go to the full Grade Center, the 90 has been restored to the grade cell and the student can no longer make an additional submission. Let's return to View Grade Details. Edit Grade allows you to edit the grade, the feedback, and the notes only. It does not take you to the grade sheet for the assignment. You can edit the grade here, and you can edit the feedback and the notes here. Allow Additional Attempt leaves both the grade and the submission in the Grade Center, but allows the student an additional attempt at this assignment. By default, Blackboard records the last graded attempt, but you can change this option. Let's go to Return to Grade Center. To change how Blackboard handles additional attempts that you allow on a one-attempt assignment, you click the arrow to the right of the assignment title and you click Edit Column Information. scroll. Next to score attempts using, you tell Blackboard what grade to record. The default is last graded attempt, but you can choose any of these options. Let's cancel this. Let's return to View Grade Details. To see all actions that have been taken in the Grade Center for an assignment, you can click Grade History in the View Grade Details screen, and every action that has been taken by both you and students on this assignment displays. Let's click View Complete History, and you can see not only everything that the instructor has done, but you can see what the student has done also. Right here you can see the date and the time that the student submitted this assignment. Because he submitted the assignment only once, there's only one entry. If he had submitted it multiple times, you would see the time and date stamp for each submission. Let's return to the Grade Center. To see the grade history for your entire Grade Center, you hover over Reports and click View Grade History. These screens show you every action that has been taken for every single assignment in the Grade Center, both your actions and your students' actions. As we page through here using these arrows, the entire grade history displays for every assignment. In the comments column, all of your feedback and your personal notes display, and they are a permanent part of the Grade Center that cannot be deleted. Let's return to the Grade Center. To back up your Grade Center or to print your grades, you click the arrow next to Work Offline and then Download. Leave the defaults where they are and click Submit. Click Download, and you can save this CSV file to your computer and re-upload it into Blackboard should you lose your grades. You can also print it as a record of your final grades at the end of the semester.